All right. If you guys can hear me, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just trying to figure this out as we go. So, uh, how do I know if there's chat? Anyone done this before? I just want to talk to you guys. How do I do this? Let's see. Testy. All righty. I don't even know what screen. I have three screens in front of me. I have no idea what to look at. If Marco, Polo, can you guys hear me okay? Can somebody put something in the chat for me? That would be amazing. I would appreciate it. This is weird because normally I am talking to people and not myself, but I can see there's people in here. I just don't know how to talk to you, but maybe I will figure this out. No idea what I'm doing. So I am about a week out of moving. And it's funny because it's like, let me just pause my music for you guys. So I'm not being rude. It's like I have company. You can see my messy house right now. No, it's not messy. It's just moving. Let's see here. Alrighty. I'm not abandoning you guys. I'm just figuring this out. Hold on, I do it this way. Okay. Don't mind the mess, friends. Okay. Let's see here. I'm figuring this out, so it's funny because I see some of you guys go live and I'm just like, you guys are pros, man. I'm gonna be a pro one day. I'm just getting better in myself, right? Gotta better ourselves. Let's see, I'm connecting that to a different device real quick. And then we'll get into it. What are we getting into? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just bear with me. Let me get this. I don't know what I'm, getting this going. Let's see. Okay. I think we are on the trolley. We're so close. Let's go. You guys hear my movers. They're awesome. They're here. It's it's funny how like when you least expect it, the kindest people just kind of show up in your life. I need like my own sound person. I'm guessing you guys can hear me because you're there, but oops. Yeah. So if you guys were to look outside at my house right now, I have two massive pods. I'm putting everything that I own in storage for I have no idea how long. So I'm at this weird state in my life where I have so much freedom that I don't know what to do with it. That doesn't mean that I'm not grinding. I still have goals. I'm still grinding. I'm still, you know, going after every single dream that I've ever had. Nothing will ever prevent me from, achieving my abundance or just letting it all flow into me. But it's such a unique, fun thing happening. And I'm kind of freaked out that I'm not scared because normally when you don't have a firm plan and you're moving, well, that's not really a normal situation. But I don't know. It's kind of like, so I'm gonna, do some Airbnb hopping for a little bit. I don't want to be tied down to things or stuff or, it's like people buy houses and they are stuck to a specific location where we can really formulate our best experiences through travel and going places. And so if I have the freedom and the flexibility to allow myself to kind of see where the world takes me, why not? Like you're I have the energy, I have the drive, I have the opportunity. Separated myself out from the corporate world last year and just kind of spread my wings and got to meet a lot of new people and continuing to take myself out of my comfort zone and see what happens. Um, right now, I don't know. I want to go on the water somewhere. Like, part of me kind of wants to go to Smoky Mountains. The other part of me wants to go to like Florida or the ocean somewhere. But I have no idea. I do this thing where I follow the music and if I'm ever asking for guidance, I'll hit shuffle on my playlist and say, okay, that's my song. That's my direction. And I feel like I'm following the music right now. I am meeting with a company out in California on Friday. I'm working with another person that is out on the East Coast this week. I'm traveling to Phoenix next month to go on a show, and it's kind of like, what in the world is happening? Because it's like I'm spinning a globe. It's kind of like, where's the globe gonna take Lauren next? And it is I feel like if I was attached to a location, that's when it would get really stressful. But the fact that I have the flexibility to kind of just go with the flow, it just makes it so much more peaceful. And I think that that is so telling because when we think about how much we attach ourselves to situations and places and things and scenarios and outcomes, and we put so much force into it, we don't even realize how much it is weighing on us. But when you completely just let go of everything, your stuff, the narrative, the identity, the storyline, all of it, it makes it so much easier for us to really see what the world has in store for us. Now, like, it's funny because part of me, like the logical side of my brain, is like, why are you not freaking out right now? Like, why are you so calm about this? Why are you not like, where are you moving? you know, um, I'm not, it's just, it is actually kind of freeing because I have put myself in a place to where I can afford to do it. I have the flexibility to do it. There's just so much. So I don't know where that light is even like coming from right now. And if y'all hear some stuff in the background, apologies. Like I said, I'm moving. So these two amazing gentlemen over there are helping me get all my stuff into those storage bins that I was telling you guys about. So there is just I don't know, so much happening in a short period of time, and gosh, I don't know, where should I go? um, my family has a beach house out on the East Coast, but I've done that. I've never really seen the desert, and I want to do that. I am obsessed with desert flowers. I'm obsessed with flowers, period. But I kind of just want to see what feels good and like what I like. I've kind of hopped around in my adult life to where I've had a lot of opportunity and growth in my career, and that has given me the chance to move from home and go to different states and really like reinvent myself so many times and experience new people and places. And I don't know, I feel like I just haven't really found that place yet that just says to me, hey, this is your home. And I don't know why, I think I've always kind of felt that way. I think that, the world tells us that our home is where, your family says that it is, but I've never really felt that. And so I've always felt like I've been in this search for it. So anytime an opportunity pops up where I can travel or relocate for work, I don't put a lot of thought into it. I'm just like, hell yeah, let's go. Are you meeting my numbers? Yes. All right, let's do it. And there's so many places that I want to see and experience. I want to go to Spain and I want to run with the bulls, not really run with them. I just want to sit on the sidelines and just like cheer them on, but I don't know. I feel like there's so much to experience, and we trap ourselves into these belief systems that prevent us from experiencing the lives that we were always meant to live. And what I mean by that is, we say, hey, I can't take that opportunity because it is in a different state and my family lives here and I can't make the move. Like we think of reasons all the time to not have the blessings or to talk ourselves out of our abundance. We use our logical brains to shut up our passion in our mind, or we let our fear carry more weight than our faith. Your faith should be light as a feather. You can choose one or the other. You can't really lean into both. Now we can throttle. We can have moments where we're leaning more into faith and fear than faith. It's a wave. It's not always constant. But I think what we have to really recognize is that um, we are our own biggest ally and our own biggest, predator. It is our mind that can really sabotage us. How many times, like, I mean, I'm sure we've all done it. We're only human, but how many times have we doubted? Bible says faith the size of a mustard seed. Think about how big a mustard seed is. Faith the size of a mustard seed. We are so used to thinking about life in our carnal minds, which means that we're so used to thinking from the lens of man and what we have accomplished before. And what's funny about that, and I think I did a podcast on this the other day, where our cells actually trap the energy from our past experiences. And so anytime we're about to have a new experience, what happens is the electromagnetic frequency that's within our body will start to project that feeling onto a brand new experience. We'll start to project a false outcome onto an experience that hasn't even happened yet. And that is exactly why we prevent ourselves from um, you know, really having the life that we've always wanted. We also start to attune to the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So if the people that you're spending the most time with, I wish I could lower that thing right now because the light is all up in my face. Lowering a light. No, I'm just kidding. But we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. And so if the people that you're spending time with are constantly recognizing all of the uh, things that they're finding as entrapment in their life, there's so many sounds happening around me right now. But if that is the focus, then hang on, let me close this. Let's see if this helps a little. Okay. Or if I can does that work? Oh, ho, ho, Eureka. Okay. So if we can start to get to a place where we are really and this is hard. We have to really prioritize what we are accepting as truth, because it is so easy for us to attune to the energy of the people around us. Think about that. If you're familiar with somatics, if you play a frequency in water, then the water will start to adopt the frequency that you're playing. It has water memory, and your body is made of electricity, a frequency, and water. You are literally the same exact thing. And so when you start to spend your time in a land of consumption, and what I'm assuming, the different narrative people that you talk to, you are consuming the fears and the doubts. You are attaching yourself to, you know, the outcomes of your parents, who also attach themselves to the outcomes of their parents, and so on and so on. It is a repeated ancestral cycle. We adopt the belief systems of our family and the world around us. Okay, it looks like I'm still live. So that's good. Yeah. I wish somebody would show me how to do the thing where we you guys see me? I don't know how to do the comments. I think it's working. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're up. Okay, good. Perfect. So, yeah, pretty much that is where I'm at right now. I am following the path of least resistance. I am running full speed ahead, and I'm not running, I am allowing. I think that is such a much more beautiful way to describe it. I'm allowing myself to follow the path of least resistance so that I can have the life that I want. And that means that I am going to have so many opportunities to be surprised and so many opportunities to explore and figure out what it is that I love. The same things that I thought that I loved, 10 years ago are 100% different now. We change as people all the time. And it is important that we're not just attaching to what we think we love because it's what we've always loved and attached to that specific identity. Instead, we should allow ourselves to explore. Maybe we want to do some painting. Maybe we want to, I don't know, become a professional like poker player. No, not really, but you get what I'm saying. Like we got to try new things. We don't really know what we're good at and what aligns to us until we let ourselves experience that, which means that we have to also experience the discomfort through that path. I think a lot of times we avoid discomfort. Some of us do. I, on the other hand, am the person that I run through discomfort from like a lens of I've gone through so much discomfort in my life that I want to just run through it so I don't have to feel it. And that's not healthy either. I got to feel it. I can't just avoid it and bury it down. I have to allow myself to feel the discomfort of tough experiences. And then on the other side, there's so many people that are afraid to make moves because they don't want to feel the discomfort of a new experience. And that is such a like that is such a malicious thing to do to yourself because it's like you get your confidence and you're trying new things and you are really putting yourself out there and you're letting yourself feel awkward and then you allow the anxiety and the anxious thoughts to make you throttle from making moves. You stand at the starting line and when the gun goes off you're just afraid to pull the trigger. Well, you know what I mean, but it's sad, and then we are wondering why we were stuck in the same experience year after year after year. I think it's so crazy when I hear people complain about all of the reasons why they're stuck. For example, people are complaining that they can't get a better job or the market is terrible, and so they're never going to be able to. They can come up with 1,000 reasons as to why they cannot achieve a certain goal or have a certain thing in their life, but they can't come up with a few reasons as to why they can. The moment we allow ourselves to shift our self concept from who we thought we were to who we want to become is the moment that things really start to change. We cannot be the same person that we were yesterday. If we have goals and ambitions and dreams, we have to step into the person that is already in that place because you think different, you move different. Is the person in that place, are they doubting themselves? Are they coming up with 1,001 reasons as to why they can't have something? Are they worried about who thinks what? Are they worried about fear of judgment? Are they projecting somebody else's experience onto the new one? Those are all of the things that are going to keep you in the exact same place. Because if you're too afraid today to make the move you need to make, what makes you think you're going to do it tomorrow? Do one thing every single day that scares you. And here's the catcher: expect to win, expect the abundance, expect the positive outcome attached to the feeling of what that feels like. The feeling is the secret. I call it the crock pot theory. It's like you set it and forget it. So you set the outcome, you feel how good it feels to be in that, and then you adopt the mindset of the person that already has that thing. See, for me, it works really well because I am so freaking ADD. Like, I can be talking to you guys for 1 second and I could just dart off. But I feel like my ADD is also it is also like my secret gift because I can adapt super quickly. And so I challenge each of you, like, what is your gift? What is something that you've always doubted in yourself that is actually something that through a shift of perspective makes you realize that you're pretty dang amazing. Like, you are pretty dang amazing. Who cares what your buddy down the street is doing? Who cares what your girlfriend over in some city has or is doing? Who cares? Every single person has their own story to tell. Every single one of you is wearing a mask. We all wear masks. I will admit openly, full transparency, I have a completely different mask at work than I have with you guys right now. And the reason why is because I have created that is my livelihood. And that is a fear. Like, hey, this is how I'm gonna make my money. So I have to wear this mask of being this like, strategic boss that understands how to grow and scale businesses, and I'm going to figure out the path of least resistance for these companies so that way they're not bleeding on margin with all of the different market shifts. Whereas my Twitter friends are like, Lauren, she's just a goofy girl and she's pretty spiritual and wise. Well, actually, I'm a lot of things. I'm a lot of things, and that is what makes me freaking amazing. And so are you. You are a lot of things. You are a different mask to your family, a different mask to your friends, different mask to your colleagues, your different mask to people that you do business with. You're a different person often. And what we have to start to evaluate is what masks are we wearing that are not serving our highest good? What masks are we wearing that prevent us from being authentic in conversations? What masks are we wearing that prevent us from having authentic human connection? So that is what I am doing. I am shedding any mask that I've worn one day at a time. We don't got to go full speed ahead all the time. We can just sit with it for a minute. And um, I am going on this journey of abundance. And that doesn't necessarily mean abundance from a monetary perspective. I am going on a journey of self abundance and alignment to my true self. And I am going to follow the music and figure out where it's going to take me. And I would love to bring you guys along the way, share the experience, see where we go next. It will be absolutely fascinating to see where I'm at in a week. So, thanks for letting me leave my comfort zone and hanging out with me. And yeah, stay tuned. Bye.